gentlemen, welcome to the Morning Toke. My name is Eddie Law. Haven't done one of these in a minute. You know, obviously we went through Christmas, we went through New Year's. Been a little busy. Anyway, hope everyone had a wonderful Christmas, New Year's, holiday season, whatever you celebrate. I don't really care, as long as you have some good times with the family, friends, or even by yourself. Do your thing, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, so obviously if you guys have listened to the show before, you know that it's all about whatever the hell's on my mind in the morning. And well, first thing, well, there was a few things actually, but the first thing is MMA related, I guess. If I don't know if you guys saw JacksonWink Jobs, they had Holly Holm in the main event of UFC 219. Chris Cyborg versus Holly Holm, and Chris Cyborg ended up winning by decision, leaving a very bruised and battered Holly Holm. Well, I'll say it was a pretty good fight. I mean, Holly held her own for the most part. I know the scorecards didn't really, show that, but she did. Well, look, let's be honest. I know it's moral victories of dog, just dog crap in MMA, but she held her own, and she didn't get knocked out. She didn't get finished. I think she's the first girl not to get finished by Cyborg. So that alone was huge. So Holly loses by decision. And Cyborg, retains the title and all that stuff, and all the questions about who's next. Is it Megan Anderson? Is someone from 135? Is some unknown from out in the universe? Who even knows anymore? Anyway, there's always been jokes, and we've made jokes about it on the show. I'm not gonna say we haven't. About Cyborg. It's like, oh, Cyborg's a dude. Looks like manly in a dress. Like, it's jokes, right? We try not to do that mean-spirited. That being said, we always, we give her the due respect, right? She's a powerful, powerful chick, and she's very good, very talented, and it's just, you can't beat her. I mean, you can't beat her. She's still unbeatable, apparently. So, anyway. So, she wins the fight, and after the event, I'm not exactly sure when it happened, whether it was the same day or the day after or whatever, but JacksonWink Greg Jackson's gym, along with Wingo John. They have a lot of staff over there, because that's a big gym. I mean, they have dorms now, they have all stuff, but they have staff, and on that staff is a photographer named, I believe his name is Mark Aragon or something like that. He's MA2 Media _ on the MA2 _ Media on Instagram, I think. Anyway, so I saw this on I think Sunday. On Sunday or Monday? I'm not sure. I think on Monday. Whatever. I saw it. It was Sunday because I was still up north. Anyway, I saw this post, and not because I was looking for it, because someone told me about it. Like, dude, you gotta check this post out. This dude's being a total a-hole, whatever. I'm like, all right. So I went to go look, and this Mark guy had put up a post calling Cyborg a man, like, repeatedly. He's using he and he and he and he and all sort of stuff. And showing support for Holly Holm, and it came up with a very salty post, upset that his fighter had lost, right? But very salty, very, very salty, like with all the he stuff and all the stuff that he was, that Mark was saying. So that obviously catches on. Everyone's on Instagram and social media these days, so that catches on. It gets on Twitter, all over the place, and it's become a thing, like a big thing. And Chris Cyborg gets a hold of it, and she demands an apology, and she demands UFC do something about this. And so first of all, let me go by chronological order here. So first, this dude starts putting up, like, after he puts that post up, he starts putting up like, oh, I got haters type of like posts and stuff. Me and all my new haters. And I'm like, dude, it's not haters, really. You were kind of an asshole. Like, why would you? Like, what do you expect when you say stuff like that? Do you really expect to be like, yeah, tell him, Mark? Like, no, chill out. So instead, first of all, the official Jackson's account, I think on Facebook, puts up a really a non-apology, more of an explanation, right? It was not an apology. That was an explanation. And first of all, Cyborg had demanded an apology, and Jackson's did not put one out. They put out an explanation of why, in their view, that their photographer had put up the post. And apparently, it has to do something with Mark being on the bus, on the fighter bus headed back to the hotel. Cyborg's people were in there calling Holly Holm, the B word, and also she calling her a bitch and shit. and making fun of a picture where Cyborg's toe is literally in Holly Holm's eye or some shit like that. It was really like, I mean, okay, dude, like, whatever. I don't know. Like, look, I wasn't there. I don't know. Would Cyborg's people do that? Who knows? They're human beings, so probably they're capable of that. But who knows? There's no real proof they said that, right? He would have been better off like videoing all that what they were saying and putting it out instead of doing what he did. So anyway, he gets upset. This is all from Jackson's post, okay? Apparently, it's like our photographer got upset because, and they said, they would call him Holly Holm a bitch and making fun of a picture of a toe in her eye and all that. And so he reacted emotionally. There was no apology in that, and they were criticized thoroughly for that. Here's what I say about that little non-apology, little explanation. That dude wrote it. I'm like 99% sure. Obviously, I'm not 100% sure, but the way that post is written, the way this guy wrote in his next post seemed pretty similar. Because in his next post, for his own account, the MA2_media, he gave an explanation and he apologized. He said apology, I'm pretty sure. So he apologized to Cyborg and their team, but he went with the same explanation of why he said it, and it sounded very similar, like the way he wrote, the way the post was written. So in my view, he has control of the same of Jackson's social media. So he posted that stuff, this non-apology garbage. So in my opinion, I think it's what it is. Obviously, we don't know for sure. We'd have to ask the man, and I really doubt he'd admit it to you. So, but all accounts, he's a good dude, and he might be, and this might just be a lapse of judgment. I just think he would have been better off if he apologized through Jackson's and then apologized through himself and everything and reached out to Cyborg's people. The result is the UFC has basically taken away his credentials, his photography credentials. He can't get them. Not that I don't think he's being banned. He just can't get credentials. And that's devastating for a guy who made who's CEO of his photography business at Jackson's. He's supposedly that's what his president or something or whatever. It's on his bio on Instagram. So that's devastating for a guy like that. What I mean? Like, the UFC is like the only fish in town, really. The only big fish in town. You can go to Combates, and it's great work, and it's great stuff. You can go to Bellator, you can go to PFL, whatever. But people mostly want to see photos of of UFC stuff. And obviously, Jackson has plenty of fighters going to UFC events. Almost every event that having the photographer go with them is pretty good, pretty big, right? Anyway, so this dude's banned, and then people are defending this dude, and I get it because some people know. I think Chase Sherman was on there saying, "Look, Mark's a good guy. I know him. He's a good guy. He just made a mistake." Fair enough. Made a mistake. Should have apologized right away. Should have never done it, but should have apologized right away. You can't be that petty. I get it. You were upset. You were emotional, maybe, and all that, but you came off as a very salty person, and you should have taken the high road. You really should have. And again, like I said, worst case, should have videoed the whole exchange, or not the exchange, what they were saying, and put that up and let people judge that. But you're not gonna get people on your side by calling her a dude repeatedly. Not with the amount of Cyborg fans that are out there right now. And you're definitely gonna get the UFC on your side when the women's featherweight champion is calling for them to do something about you, and then they actually do it. So I don't think it'll stand when the UFC bans people, unless you're certain people like Bloody Elbow, Snowden, or other people. Unless you're them, you don't really stay banned very long. Even the Dushwani was taken back 15 minutes later, and that was because there was a huge internet backlash. Mind you, if you guys look back at that, them banning Helwani like that was wrong. It really was. You can't, because you can't ban media. You just can't. Not for the reasons that they did it. If they do something like this, I would totally get it. Ban that dude. That's kind of messed up. But I mean, if you really want to, I think you should give him a chance to reach out to Cyborg's people personally and apologize and see if it's accepted and they're cool with it. Then take them back and stuff. But other than that, it's just it's pretty bad. So, but the Helwani thing was wrong. I mean, if you guys remember, he broke the Brock Lesnar news hours before, the announcement at UFC 199, the little promo that Rogan was freaking out about. He broke the news out, just like 3-4 hours before, and they got really upset and they banned him for life. And then 15 minutes later, almost, it was like 2 days later, they unbanned him, especially after 2 hours of him crying on his show. That bothered the hell out of me, honestly. I was just like, dude, no, stop it. But regardless, he's back, right? So I don't know if this will stand or if it won't. It's I think if he reached out to Cyborg's people and like personally and apologized and explained that he was being emotional and everything, they accepted the apology, that the UFC would credential him again, because it kind of sucks that happened to him. At the same time, it's like it's an example. You can't be doing that. Now I know people are gonna be like, well, Dana White and Joe Rogan and Tony Hinchcliffe were making fun of her saying she had a dick. Like, okay, we're talking about a comedian, 2 comedians who make dick jokes for a living, right? And Dana White, who is the boss, and he's just known. Now I'm not making an excuse for those guys. I'm not at all. They shouldn't have said what they said, and Joe Rogan did apologize afterwards for it. But it's the thing. We're such a very quick, very very large social media environment now that it's very, anything you post or whatever is going to get out there to millions of people. And if you have if you have an outreach like Joe Rogan does, it's gonna get out and people are gonna see it. They're gonna get upset. You know what I mean? Those kind of jokes, at this point you can't do out loud anymore. You kind of gotta, if you're gonna joke around like that, you gotta joke around with just your buddies, right? Or off on your Twitter egg account. So yeah. I mean, look, that's. It sucks that it was really, really stupid of that dude to post that about Cyborg. You know what I mean? And especially with Cyborg's army of fans who like legit don't let anything go. You got to give them credit. They're loyal as hell, but I mean they're probably as loyal as Diaz and McGregor fans, like super loyal fans and like cult following almost. But these Cyborg fans get on you. If you ever talk about steroids, you make she's a dude jokes, Vandalay jokes, whatever. They are on you heavy. So yeah. Anyway, that's kind of the one MMA thing I want to talk about. I don't think is there an event this weekend? No, there's no event this weekend. It's next weekend. Anyway, and it's a Sunday event next week, which is pretty cool. I enjoy those Sunday events because Saturdays are wide open to do whatever I want, which is great. Anyway, moving on here. I don't know if you guys saw this. First of all, I didn't know who Logan Paul is. I didn't is. I didn't know who he is. I knew who his brother was. I guess he's his brother, named I think Jake Paul. He's that like total douchebag in LA, that Team 10 guy that like everybody hates except his ridiculously irritating like teenage followers, right? So he has a brother, I don't know if he's older or younger, probably older, he looks older, named Logan Paul. This dude does the same thing his brother does, just less crazy. But he makes videos on YouTube for money, which is a thing. Anyway, actually it is a thing, you can monetize your videos and stuff, but I mean, these guys like have their own little mini reality shows, they do video blogs and stuff. So this dude goes to the suicide force in Japan, I forgot the name of it, and I would hate to butcher it because I have a vague idea, but I don't remember the name of it because I did some research after I saw the story. So last night I'm messing around on Snapchat and I see Logan Paul gets in trouble with YouTube, and I'm like, I don't know what it is. I thought it was that Jake Paul guy. I was like, what did he do this time? And I look at it and it's like, oh no, brother of Jake Paul. I'm like, all right, cool. By the way, if you don't know Jake Paul and Logan Paul, congratulations on your choice of entertainment and viewing choices. No one should know who these 2 idiots are, honestly. But it's the internet era, and we do know. So anyway, this Logan dude went to Japan, went to the suicide forest, and they found, supposedly they're going to joke around about finding a body, which in the suicide forest is still already a little messed up. But they actually found a recently deceased person, like someone that had just killed themselves, and they videoed it like up close and everything. They blurred the face out, but they're up close and everything, and like the video got so many views, and immediately like he posted it, and I guess he thought it was gonna be cool with people, like, cause he was like doing like an anti-suicide campaign, but during the video at the same time he's like chuckling and laughing and everything, and people with him are like laughing and making faces and stuff, and they people just let him have it about this video, because it is messed up. You're basically exploiting someone that just died, a very intimate moment. Someone just died, committed suicide. Their family don't even know yet, or probably don't even know yet, and you're exploiting it for views, for YouTube views. I completely see why that's an issue. And everyone's just like, well, he made a mistake. He made a mistake, bro. Like, a mistake is kind of what this Mark guy did by posting what he said. This is a little different level. This is you recognizing that you just found a dead body, and instead of walking away or contacting the police and not exploiting it, you exploited it for views. That's not a mistake. That's a character issue. That's you saying, yeah, it's okay. It's okay. Let's do this and just go with it. And he's getting so much backlash. He lost a bunch of fans or subscribers. Apparently made him panic. So he made an apology video. And I watched this fake ass apology. And he's like trying to cry, but he can't. He really looked like he was trying to cry and he just couldn't do it. And at this, look, I don't give a shit about this. I don't care who these guys are. No one should know. Really, no one should really know who these guys are, because maybe this is my opinion. No, in my opinion, no one should know who these guys are. How about that? So now he's like in deep water with YouTube, not with YouTube, but with the fans, and they're all calling for YouTube to do something about it and ban him and all this stuff. They're not gonna do that, but gotta have a little bit of judge your character. And again, this guy's making tons of money. I was flying to Japan. He's making tons of money off YouTube, and he just exploited someone's suicide for views. That's messed up. Even if you had faked that video, like, we're here just joking around about about the suicide force or whatever, about finding a dead body. Like, they would just joke around about it. And even if you were gonna do that, that's still wrong. Like, on so many levels. So a lot of people have been making response videos and exploiting that themselves too. Now I get the response videos is just in a response to the video and getting all upset about it. And I get it, totally get it. You're kind of also exploiting it. Now, I'm not saying don't say anything. I'm just saying you're gonna make a video for views, and a lot of people are very emotional in these videos, and that's fine. This dude, I forgot who this guy is, but he's super upset about it. He's like crying on video, because he's very. I mean, it's a sad thing when you're when you're in so much pain. And MMA just went through this with Coach Robert Fowles. He's committed suicide and just on the side of a road with a gun in his car. I never felt that way. I've never been suicidal. I mean, I've been bummed out and sad, but I wouldn't say I've been depressed. I may have been before, but not to the level of I don't want to be here anymore. It's something so scary about a thought that stuff is so bad, I don't want to be on this planet anymore. Think about that. To get to the level of it is so bad, everything is so just painful. I don't want to be here anymore. And that's the only way you see out of your situation. It's to end your life. It's some scary. It's a scary thought. It's a very sad thought. You know what I mean? And it sucks that it's a thing, but we're only human. No one ever gives an outline of how to do this shit. So, we don't know how to handle that. Right? A lot of people don't know how to handle that. And, there's phone lines you can call and people you can reach out to, but sometimes it's just too much. Whatever this fella did, or what this guy was going through in Japan, that he ended his life by going to suicide force, that just sucks. You know what I mean? And to exploit that moment, that intimate moment of just taking your own life is just very wrong to me. So, I mean, it just sucks that it happened. But anyways, just getting all backlash and stuff, and he should get a whole lot of shit for this. So, hey man, be smart about what you post on YouTube, and be kind and be thoughtful and be considerate to other people, especially when it's stuff like this. Especially with stuff like this, because that's just wrong, man. Don't do that to people. You know what I mean? So anyway, I think that's all I have today. Those two things. We're doing end of the year awards tonight on Keyboard Warriors. Make sure you guys tune in. Keyboard Warriors MMA.live, 6:30 p.m. Pacific time, 9:30 p.m. Eastern time. Myself, Rick Kirby, Jason Wink Media Guy with our end of the year picks. I think yesterday we did the heel hook show. Yeah, yesterday we did a heel hook show picks, and which is cool. It was me, Brad, and Brad from Cage Warriors, and Ash. We were talking about the end of the year stuff, so that's pretty cool. Anyway, so make sure you tune in tonight. Make sure you subscribe to this channel. Appreciate you guys tuning in and everything. Gotta have another My Comedy of Errors sometime this week, which is my iTunes only show, or SoundCloud iTunes only show, and then going to do an end of the year show tomorrow night on the Hardcore MMA show. Myself, Jeremiah, Fred Kirby, and I'm probably somebody. I think Greg will be on. I'm not sure. I forget his last name. I'm sorry. Anyway, so yeah, a lot of content coming you guys away from different channels. This MMA community stays strong every single day. Even in 2018, we're even stronger. So make sure you guys subscribe to this channel, subscribe to their channels if you'd be so kind. And make sure you go to iTunes and go to Keyboard Warriors MMA. Subscribe on there. You can get all the audio stuff, especially the audio-only stuff on there. And, yeah, we'll catch you guys tonight. Shout out to SpicesPros.com, who is the main sponsor of this show. Go to SpicesPros.com for all kinds of spices, candies. Mexican candies are just shit, so you should get that. And other products coming soon. And, of course, repthewarriors.com. Represent, been down since day one. Shout out to you guys. You guys are just awesome. And make sure you go on there, repthewarriors.com. Get yourself some gear. Helps us at the same time. You guys are the shit. All right, fellas. I'll catch you guys all, fellas and ladies. I'll catch you guys all tonight. Have a wonderful day, wonderful eating, wonderful network, depending where you are on the planet. And I'll catch you guys tonight. See ya.